Okay, so I think these are related ideas because these are all weird little hidden secrets about the family. This was like one of the filing cabinet keys, so it's like one of the weird arcane secrets tied to that stuff. What stands out to me about this is that this translates into 1213. The family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 is 5 plus 2 is 7. That seems unactionable and pointless. I don't know what to do with that. 1213 equals 7. But then there's like, I tried applying this system where you're supposed to do the first digit's a positive number and then you need to come up with a combination of subtracting and multiplying and dividing it. And I tried to work that out on earlier in the series, I think, and I was like, I can't come up with any sequence of minus, times, and divide rearranged where these digits end up even with a whole number, let alone anything usable or actionable. So I'm kind of having the idea of like maybe we're supposed to divide it into smaller numbers. Like here it says 86455 becomes 86455. That's a nightmare because how the fuck did you get there? But they want us to divide it into smaller numbers. So I'm like, okay. 4 smaller numbers. So maybe I split up the Roman numerals themselves, like into groups of 2, or I guess 1 left over there for the 1000. That makes it 1211.2, which is like, this is a start at least. I can rearrange them, and I mean, you could pick any one digit as being the standalone digit is the struggle I have here. So I'm like, how do you know which one to pick? But putting the M alone, since it's such a big number, seems kind of intuitive. But based on that, 1000 divided by 200 equals 5. I went with that because I'm like, that's the relationship I see between these numbers. It's also 1000 is such a huge number that it's kind of, it should be kind of a problem for us. Because our goal is to get the smallest number, right? If the result is more than 3 digits, repeat the above process. So if I don't get rid of the fact that this is 1000, then I have to do it again. So our goal is to get rid of the fact that it's 1000. So 1000 divided by 200, that gets rid of that. So now our remaining options are to add and subtract 11 and 12. Multiply. We still have to multiply. So if we could do 5 times 11 equals 55. That's just easy math. Then 55 minus 2 equals 53. Is that something? 1000 divided by 200 is 5. Correct. Times 11 is 55. Correct. Minus 2 is 53. Okay. That's all 3 symbols used, starting with the positive for the beginning part. 55 minus 2 is 53. What's interesting there is that 5 plus 3 equals 8. And 8 is the fucking obnoxious number we keep going back to. The family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. It makes sense in a... Like, if I was going to trust anything to maybe matter, reaching the number 8 makes a lot of sense. But this isn't part of the family core. This is additional logic based on the other clue. So just so we don't mix that up. Ah, go away. Let's not deal with that right now. So that's the blue memo. 5 plus 3 equals 8. So if so this would be the family core because that's what we got via this rule set. There might be other ways that you get family cores in different ways of solving it, but what stands out to me is that 53, the digits add up to 8, and that might be a reason to stick to this one instead of trying to find new ones. Because 8 comes up so much. But like, they're turning me into a goddamn like numerologist or whatever that's just gonna like keep imagining solutions to things now. Who knows? Unlocked by the sum of its digits. I doubt you type 8 into something. That's a bad combo. Unlocked by 8. Okay. No, I think I have a lead, actually. Okay. Ooh. No. I'm gonna zoom back out in... Ah, damn it. Press the wrong buttons. Let's see if I can find something out. Okay. Get back into a game. No, don't save and quit. That might be a lead. Okay, so I think we need the 8 key. But where am I going to spend the 8 key? Kind of the bit of the Ares problem where I'm like, okay, but it's another key. But yeah, unlocked by the sum of its digits is interesting. Because if the sum of the digits is 8, then we do have a key that literally has an 8 on it. And that's interesting. Oh my god, they gave me the coin purse and the key card. Okay, and the gear wrench, actually. So I'm starting this run with 20 gems and 224 coins. That's silly. Why not? And 90 steps, because I have the plus 20 from the passive and plus 20 from the sauna. What kind of effects do we have this time? Do I ever care about the tomb? I have too many gems for the hovel to probably matter. We've solved the fuck out of the tomb, so it's just a source of money, and I don't need money anymore. I guess the shelter is just good for making the run not go bad. That always comes in handy. It does really feel like... Well, I am curious about the distillery also, but primarily it does really feel like the end game outdoor room is the shrine, just because the monk blessing is so weird that I'm like, that's up to something, right? Like, I already caused a specific weird room banishing object item to appear in the game because of my shrine meddling. So I'm like, what else can the monk room do? Because that seems like some nonsense. Let's go for the redraws. Walk-in closet. What am I hoping to spawn right now is the question. I could abuse these to try to spawn... I don't know. Womp womp. I don't need the utility closet because I already have the key card. Observatory, I guess? In each of these corners I could spawn the, boop. Boop, 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 boop. I could spawn the conservatory, obviously. I was trying to think about what else I could abuse to spawn here, and I'm like, well, I just talked about wanting to spawn the... Oh, the sail... Is the sail on again? Did I do that? Oh, we're gonna have a lot of steps this time. I talked about getting the 8 key, but I'm pretty sure you can't spawn that room in the corner, because I think we're noticing by now that, like, you can't... I don't think there's ever a door facing the outward boundaries. So you can make boarded up bad doors happen all the time by drafting in a shitty way, basically. But I don't think that the open doorways ever point out of the layout of the house. So I think that the rooms you can draft are restricted by that. So based on that, I don't think you can spawn the gallery when you're on the distant high security. And unlocked. Back. Multitasking is challenging sometimes. There we go. If you reach the far column and you're facing the wall, that means that you can only draw rooms that turn left or right, and I think you can, like T-shaped rooms or hallways. I don't think you can draw anything straight, because that would be the door spawning on the opposite side would be pointing at the wall of the entire layout, the one that can't change. And so I think it's impossible to spawn rooms shaped like that. And the gallery is a hallway room, basically. You walk straight through it. There's one door on the opposite end. So based on that, seems not very helpful. Packet management, custom packet. I really wish they just showed the previous ones you had so you could edit it instead of having to pick through the whole list from scratch again. Eat an apple, security tour, 2 gems in a room. Best. Crash while digging. Map. Ooh, it says something different. The next 10 times you view your map, lose 10 steps, and then... They decided that it needed to be nerfed. I correctly identified it as being super powerful, and they're like, no. It's not that nerfed, though. Triggering it 10 times is still a lot of times. So if you have 100 steps, or 91 steps, I guess, then you have enough to do that. But if you have like 200 steps or something, like, you know what? That's enough, man. See, set your steps to 40, gain a star, set your dice to 2. We don't want the reservoir one anymore. And I don't need the gold anymore. Allowance. Gain 1 key, gem, or die selected random. I think there used to be 1 gold, so a die is an upgrade. Chest in the entrance hall. It's weird playing this game the day a patch came out and just having subtly different things throughout the game. When you've gotten used to it being a really specific way, when you've played it for 100 hours so far. Certain driveway. Dare I let aquariums be an option again? What would I want to trigger with aquariums? I don't know if there's anything left to try to do with that. It's just kind of funny. I don't know. Lockpicking skill. We've already finished with the tunnel for now. And hopefully forever. Unsee one of the doors of the antechamber is like fine sometimes. I mean, in realistic terms, I don't know if I'd ever pick it. Because if we're early in the run, then I'm expecting the antechamber to get unsealed via other means. And if we're late in the run, it's probably too late to cause the effect to happen. Because I only see myself wanting that effect if I'm late in the run and I want the antechamber for some reason and I don't think I'm going to be able to access it. Sure. Main thing is I removed the crate one and the reservoir one because we don't need those anymore. I've basically achieved my goals there. Didn't I make you rare? Unusual, I guess. I'm like, didn't expect to draw you again immediately. I literally just used remote access to get the access to this functionality, and then I just walked right in that room. Damn. Dare I use the weight room early? We have 84 steps. It's a reasonably not that dangerous room, given that they just gave me all those steps up front. To hold it's a little weird. Takes long enough that you're like, is it working? And then you're like, you remembering to hold it then also makes it take long enough that you're like, I basically finished the cutscene already. Hallway facing the wrong way, you asshole. It's an acceptable place for a walk-in closet. Awkwardly placed money. It feels like a kind of a rip-off to get money in a room like this, just in general, given what it's for otherwise. Oh, right, I literally am sheltered against red effects, so the walk-in closet doesn't even harm me. I'm so good at remembering that, and definitely don't forget. I already put the vault on the thing, yeah? Yeah. Workshop. I have not put the workshop on the top row yet. And I don't think I'm currently trying to craft anything specific. I gotta upgrade the tunnel. There, upgrade my tunnel notes to say blue door. And then add a family core 53 equals 8 question mark? That might be a thing. Why gotta be shaped that way? Ah, okay. I think I want to save the workshop because it's a weird, wacky little room, and it might be interesting to see what that one shows up. Turns out to be, if played on the 8th rank. Oh no! Ah, I just blanked and should have been re-rolling this to see what kind of inspiring, cool things I could get, or the conservatory. Only one box next to this box is false and it contains gems. You're false and contain gems, apparently. Only one box next to this box is false and it contains gems. Uh-huh. Only one box next to this box is false and it contains gems. This one has Minesweeper logic. This one is a 1 square, and that's a 2 square, and that's a 1 square, but also not Minesweeper logic because also one of them's lying, or 2 of them are lying. Only one box looks. I mean, it has to be the white one, right? Because otherwise you would have no way of telling if it's the blue one or the black one, because they all say the same shit. So if these are both false and this one's true... Ah, yeah, this one has to be false because this one is saying that only one is false. Specifically, not one, but only one. So it's implying that one of the ones next to it has to be true. But they both say that about this one. So this one's false and contains gems. Okay, it is more certain than I was originally expecting. We like an attic. I love the attic being both free and common now. One of the many things I've done to break this game. We have the battery, that's rare. I think I have enough to make a super shovel. If that's the kind of game you want to play. But I am trying to save the workshop for the ending, so... not a lot of chance to do any super shoveling if I'm trying to save it for the ending bit. There we go. That's the one I always miss. I sincerely don't know if people are still watching or not at this point in the playthrough because I'm pre-recording so much of it. I hope the initial interest persists. But how would I know? the more I pre-record a long-ass playthrough like this, the more I just kind of get to feel anxious about whether or not the series is any good anymore, because I'm so far ahead from my audience. As just by necessity of the fact that I'm trying... If I had to record this at the schedule that playthroughs normally happen at, I'd be so much more prone to forgetting so much stuff, even compared to whatever amount I might be already. Like, it would be... This is a difficult game to be like, alright, well that's it. I'm done with my quota for the week. Time to not play it till next week, and then come back a week later. I took a week off once because I went to a convention, and that already made me really nervous about coming back to the game. It's one thing when you're in a Zelda game and you're like, I just beat a dungeon. What a nice stopping point for the session. I'll come back in 2 weeks and play some more Zelda. And when I come back, I'll be like, oh yeah, I just finished that dungeon. Time to find the next dungeon. And you do like the 2 or 3 hours of questing that leads up to that dungeon. You're always prone to forgetting stuff and losing track of things any time that you're playing any non-linear game. Or even not even linear games, but that's more like you could forget like a mechanic or something and be playing the game wrong, but still just proceeding forward because there's nowhere else to go. But when it's non-linear and based around discovery and you being able to figure things out yourself, I got all 3 of them open. That's when you're really in danger, where I'm like, that's time to get anxious. And then when you're doing a playthrough like that and people are watching it, like there's not just like normal amount of watching, as in like, you know, you're making it for an audience, but like, you know that people are actively watching. That's when you go like, oh shit. Oh, these are not great draws. I guess I'll do the utility closet because I'm just not going to make it to 8 right now. But I don't want to do garage gymnasium. Yeah, when a series is doing well, that's when it's time to get really nervous about like, oh god, am I doing it right? The gallery. I was gonna say, do I save you for rank 8? But I just drew you, which means I probably won't draw you again. The gallery's rare. And I have not had the chance to make it more common. Or maybe I have had the chance and didn't make it more common, because why would I? Okay, I'm very curious. So I have... We took the number 53, and then drew the door... we drew the key number 8 based on that. That's a good place for the passageway. I'm just wondering what we do to open the family core. The family core is unlocked by the number 8. You know what? Archives is well used here because we are immune to red rooms. That's the last one, though. Okay, yeah, still sheltered. Beeping? We're beeping? Is there a thing over here? I'm so rarely in this room. I was tempted to use the rotunda because it would be good for getting around because I could then rotate it, obviously. But I'm like, the rotunda's a candidate for putting there still. Oops! Hope that doesn't backfire. Well, I just placed most of the bad... yeah, I placed 3 of the red rooms that we'd be worried about. I don't think I should be going here yet. It just registered for me that I don't have dice. I can't even slightly re-roll, which sucks. Terrible place for the cloister arena. Not a great hallway, but it connects to where I'm trying to go, so I guess it'll be an okay place to put a hallway. Yeah, let's go other ways for a bit. Back to the passageway. I need to generate some dice via some of these bedrooms that I've got. Hopefully. Not very helpful. So the vestibule let me get around a little bit. The vault. The family core is unlocked by 8. I gotta check it. I want these dice. I want these dice right now, and this is better for the layout, but the vault. If the family core is 53 and it's unlocked by 8, because it says unlocked by the sum of its digits, does that mean that vault 53 is unlocked by the 8 key? We also noticed that you could go behind here last time. There we go. Oh my god, okay, good. Thank god. Do I have a fucking lead again? My obsession with ciphers was renewed after my brother died, for among his journals I found a curious square, a grid of words written in a hand I immediately recognized, my mother's. Accompanying this discovery were numerous pages containing traces of my brother's fruitless attempts over the years to decipher this grid. It was a bittersweet find. The excitement I felt was tempered by memories of my unique bond my mother and brother and I always shared. I was the child with an interest in puzzles and wordplay, yet it was Simon to whom she bequeathed this cryptic gift. With all respect to my late brother, it became clear after spending time poring over his notes that he was not very suited to this challenge. Occasionally he stumbled upon some promising ideas, but none of them were thoroughly pursued. Where I will give him credit, however, is in the extensive research he conducted, combing through a career's worth of our mother's notes and correspondence. This search culminated in the discovery of a letter my mother had written a local professor requesting additional materials for use in the creation of a cryptograph. This meager clue was, according to his survey, the only shred of evidence in her belongings that mentioned this project. As for me, I am ashamed to admit that despite all my boasting, I have nothing to show for nearly 3 decades of effort. I am no closer to solving this than I was in those early months of daily obsession, and with each passing year, I fear my chances of reaching a satisfying conclusion to this adventure grow ever slimmer. Some might say this outcome is quite fitting, poetic justice for tormenting my readers for so many years with seemingly impossible bafflers. While I can certainly relate to their frustrations, I wonder if we really need to obtain answers to all of life's questions. Must we always quench our thirst for knowledge? That's interesting. My bafflers. So that, yeah, because the Baron's bafflers. So he like had a recurring column, basically, or a page or whatever, a feature in the newspaper. At my age, I often find myself looking back at the long path behind me, and I think I am content to leave a few stones unturned. A life without some mystery is a life without imagination. So I will lay down this burden and leave this stone, and the winding path of intrigue it proceeds, for future generations to explore. Herbert. Oh, what the fuck? Pigs, sand, male, date, head, clam, peak, heat, joya, well, toad, card, will, tape, legs, tree, road, maid, slab, rock, hand, vase, safe, clay, toes. What the fuck? All of these elements combined, and it doesn't open the blue door. It's this? I mean, maybe this opens the blue door, but what the Are they all 4 letters? They are all 4 letters. Is it a code? Joya is a god. Or an angel or whatever. One of the angels is a maid angel. These are largely words that have come up in this game. I don't know about toes. Dude, what the hell? And I guess it's permanently here. There's that cipher. Or there's that emblem, that icon. Mount Hope. Holly, Mount Holly. Do I have a clue about blue doors? So we just have a blue door, or specifically a door that's blue with, it just has a blue Mount Holly icon, the same one that he uses all the time. So it's his icon. That's not surprising. I don't think this tells me anything except for whatever this might say, but I don't know what that tells me. Alright, well, time to screenshot all this for later. And, woof, how do I cipher? Alrighty, grab a coffee, this is gonna suck. Just kidding, it's 9:30, I can't have coffee. So as per my usual commitment, I have once again tried to just sit here and not progress the game until I solve the puzzle, or at least get some kind of progress on the puzzle, because at this point these might be the only leads on what to do next, so I don't really want to figure out... I don't want to, like, go and do more runs and finish my session and then come back and do the puzzle later. But, when I get around to it or when I feel like it, because then I'm like, maybe the information was really vital the whole time. That's my headspace with a lot of this stuff right now. Don't always succeed. Still haven't figured out how to translate that one Orion note. We've gotten a few hints from it, but overall I can't... I just do not know how to translate it, so I'm bad at that stuff. So I took all these words here and I transcribed them. And then here I broke them into individual lines and and I tab iterated them. And I did that because I then imported them. I'm not doing display capture. There's display capture. There you go. Yeah, I tabbed all of these guys into a text document to then put into not Excel, OpenOffice Calc, because that's Excel but free. And then it's stupid that I have to be like, it's like Excel but free. I have Windows. Why the fuck do I have to pay for Excel? I already have your operating system. That's stupid. Anyway, tab them all out so that I can then paste them as a grid. Then we can use the find and replace feature, because I went with the logic of this over here. Back when we were doing the cipher based on this thing, where they were like, on this page, check this thing. They were like, check this, check this page for this word, and then piece them all together into a message. Back then, like, obviously page A doesn't exist, it's page 1. So it's like we've previously used a letter to word cipher that was just a direct cipher of like A equals 1, B equals 2. There are such things as rotational ciphers, and you would expect a rotational cipher, but I think that wasn't applied, so we didn't have to worry about being like, oh, A equals 3, which that's when you have a rotational cipher. That's just when you add 2, for example, to each digit, and it's like that's... If you have enough of the phrase, you might be able to figure out the rotation. It's like, oh, it's a letter to number cipher, but they're all offset by 1. But I don't think that this game did that. I think the only instance we've had so far was just this, where A equaled 1, and we were supposed to decode a message based on what page number things were on. And given that I have no other idea how to decode this cipher, I figure we should do what we did before. So I used the find and replace feature of OpenOffice Calc, and here on page 3 we have this nightmare. So this is just pigs, sand, blah blah blah, but just the letters are individually replaced with the numbers. And at this point I'm like, okay, got it. This kind of makes sense, actually, because it looks a lot like this bullshit again, which makes sense because we just used this to get here, so why wouldn't we use it when we're here? So this is my current tangent of logic that I'm going with, because ciphers are evil. If we're just being honest in general, ciphers are just kind of cruel. And given that Herbert has failed his entire life to solve this thing, well, first of all, suspension of disbelief shattered. What do you mean he failed? He's a puzzle boy and he didn't figure out, like, a normal cipher? Like, there's no universe where I can solve a cipher that he never solved. That's insane. But that tells me that if he never solved the cipher, that means that the information is not available to me. Like, because so far, every puzzle is him telling me what to do indirectly using these puzzle mechanics. Like, it's my uncle and my mom leaving clues behind for me, and sometimes a little bit of Miss Babbage doing it for me. Water. So what that tells me is that I maybe shouldn't expect a clue about this, and I just need to figure it out right now, basically. And we have this with the numerical... Do I have page 37? Wait. Did I ever screenshot that page behind it? I don't see it in here. It says 3630. What is this page back? I need to go back to that that spot next time I'm underground, apparently. Wait, do I not... Did I just think it was useless? Or did I not screenshot it? I mean, I didn't screenshot it, but did I not screenshot it because it seemed like it was redundant and compared to the original information, maybe? Now I want to double check because now I'm scared. Uh-oh. But, given that he didn't solve it himself, that makes me think that there's no more clues to get, and this is the specific logic system we used to get here, so I'm going to try to apply that moving forward. So I did the grunt work so far of just getting this all imported, but now I have to numerical core all of these into numbers and then turn all of those numbers into letters, so ha 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 ha. And the only thing we know is that the first digit has to be positive and a plus sign, so no adding. The first one's adding to from 0. But we don't know what order these things go in between subtract and divide and minus, so that's going to be fun. So that's going to be this video now, I guess, because this is the game I'm playing. So this is... Buckle up, buckaroos. Okay, so... I probably don't divide... I'm probably not going to divide or multiply by 19. That would suck. So we're probably subtracting by 19. So I need to divide and multiply 16 by these things, probably. Not ideal. Don't love that. God, 16 times 9? Is that what we're going to do? What am I... Who cares? I can just... Oops. I'm literally in calc. I don't need to number crunch right now. It'll tell me. Or it won't. Oh, right. You don't write it as in calc. You put the equal at the beginning. 144. Okay. 144 divided by 7. Oops. Equals... That doesn't work. Alright, so... equals 16 times 7... equals 112 divided by 9. Oof. Okay. We were off to a bad start. If we 16 minus 9 is 7. 7 times 7 is 49. I don't think you can do 49 divided by 19. Keep forgetting to start with the equal sign, goddammit. No. Okay, so 16... $16 plus 9 would be 25. 25 divided by... 25 minus 7 would not be 19, so it's not going to be 1. I was like, maybe it'll become 1? Oh, this sucks. This is torture. I don't like doing this? Is that... I don't want to do this. I'm gonna be so real with you right now. Can I look at a different one? Let's see. Okay, so our goal is to hit 25 somehow. So 3 times 12 is 36. $36 minus 1 is 35. Divided by sorry. Okay, so 3 times 12, that's 36. That's the times one down. Divided by 1 is still 36. Minus 25 is 11, which is K. So that's exciting. Is that the answer? I don't know. But at least I got one. Okay, that's great. 20... We can't add because the first one's positive. So 20 minus 15 equals 5. Times 5 is 25. Can't divide by 19 though. 20... Boo. If I do times 15, that'd be a lot. That'd be 300. 300 divided by 5 would I think be 60? Times divide, that'd be minus 19. That would be not within the A through Z letters. Okay. 20, you can't do plus 50, you can't add, because the first one's plus. 20 divided by 15 is like 1.3 or something. I think that has to be 20 minus 15, yeah. So 20 minus 15 is 5. Divided by 5 is 1. Times 19 is 19. There we go. That's how this annoying ass thing works. The dartboard has been training for me for this my whole past month of my life. Okay. 19 minus 1 is 18. Divided by 6 is 3. Times 5 is 15. 19 minus 1 is 18. Divided by 3 is 6. Divided by 6 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. That seems like a reasonable way of how these work. Okay. I'm having more luck starting at the bottom so far. 21 divided by or times 1. Sorry, 22. So we'll stay at 22, and I'll just do whatever I want with the 5 later. 22 minus 19 is 3. 3 times 5, I guess, is 15. Oh, okay. So it would say it was divided by 1 at the beginning. 8, same thing again with a 1, just do whatever with it. 8 cannot be divided by 14. That doesn't work. 8 times 14? 8 minus 14 is negative 6. Times 4 is 24. Zooks. That doesn't spell something. It looks like the word books. Can I get the number 2 out of this somehow? We'd have to be subtracting or dividing by 4. So it would be 12 minus 4 would be... No, we're trying to get to 2. So it'd either be 6 minus 4, or it'd be something divided by 4. 8 divided by 4. 8, 1, Let's see, 8 minus 1 is 7, plus 14 is 21, divided by 4 is not a number, not a round number. 8 minus 14 is -6. What do I do with that? Oh, I don't like doing these. I don't. Why do I struggle with these so much? It's just guessing which symbols to do. It's just my eyes are getting fucking fuzzy staring at these numbers. 8 plus... No, it can't do plus 14. It has to be times divided by, and neither of those really work. What is 8 times 14? 112? That's not going to get back to a normal number. Like in the within a decent range. That's why I keep thinking I have to do minus 14. So the 1 has to be times or divide then, which means it won't do anything. So -6. Then it's either times or divided by 4. Which is 24. Which is X. That can't be good. Alright, let's just keep going and I'll find out in context then. 18 minus 15 is 3, times 3 is 9, divided by... Nope. Divided by 3 would just be 3. 3 times 11 is 33. That's not in the range. 18 plus 15 is 23. 33. Divided by 3 is 11. Times 11 is 33 again. 20... Yeah, that is 33. So intuitive, the way that they do like kind of satisfying numbers, it makes sense to divide the 33 by 3. But then the remaining number is 11, so times 33 7 28 29. Does it work this way? 33 would be G. Because this thing did have this bit. Not this part. X, Y, Z, A, B, C. So they're implying that you go to the end of the alphabet then loop back around, I think? Does that mean that the numbers can then continue past 30? I don't know. What bothers me is the dartboard has never asked me to loop back around. The dartboard was numbers 1 through 20. It's always numbers 1 through 20. It's never like, ooh, you know, subtract iterations of 20 to solve it or whatever. It's always just iterations of 20. But I'm just like really bad at these apparently, and my brain fogs up when I'm staring at this fucking spreadsheet, and my eyes are tired. Ugh. But how else would I do it? Because you can do plus... You can't do plus because the first one's always plus. So it's divided by... You can't divide 18 by 15. Multiplying it would be unreasonable. I don't know, maybe... Equals 18. Did I try this already? Times 15. 270. Alright. equals 270 divided by 3. 90. That does not divide by 11. So equals 270 minus 3. And then equals 267 divided by 11. That's not an even number. I don't know. Am I missing something? 18 minus 15 is 3 times 3 is 30. Was I 18? Oh, I was adding them together, right? Yeah, no. That's I tried times 3 originally. Yeah, times 3 would be 9. Then it would have to be divided by 11, and I can't do that. Right, so I was doing 18 plus 15. Sure, I'm not fucking crazy. Yeah, it's 33. 33 divided by... 33 divided by 3 takes us back to 11. Then times 11 would take us to 33 again. Otherwise... I can't do that. You can't add them. God damn it. I keep... What have I not tried yet then? Okay, so minus... and times and divide. It has to be minus, so it has to be 3. 3... So minus... 18 minus 15 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Times 11 is... Okay, 11. That's an option too. I hate this. I hate these puzzles. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm so sorry if this is torture. I just wrote the wrong number. I'm so sorry if this is torture or whatever. Skip it. Skip it. I wish I could skip it. I have to fucking do this. I hate these. I really don't. I don't enjoy this puzzle at all. I don't like that I have to fucking sit here and just guess what the math equation is retroactively. I'm just trying random... I'm trying these orders, these math operations. What are they called? What do you call a plus sign versus a times sign and so on? It's called the order of operations. So does that make them operations? Signs, whatever. But I'm just applying these 3 signs in a random order over and over again until one of them works. And it's like it's kind of a little puzzly thing because only one of them will make sense in this case based on the dartboard logic. But I'm like. Woof. It's not fun to do. 19 minus 12 is 7. 7 divided by 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 is n. Yeah, let's delete this because I'm pretty sure this is all nonsense. That's not going to be a thing, I don't think. K? Might be I for like ink. 13, something with the 1, that's easy mode, because you get to skip it, basically. It's like a wild card for later. 13 minus 9 is 4. Oof. Okay, so this could be... It could be... 13 minus 9 is 4, so 4 divided by 4 is 1. But 4 times 4 is 16, and those both are reasonably valid. Oh, no. 1... or 16. Don't give me a date. Okay, so A or P. Probably A for ank. That's like a word sound. Punk isn't really like a how words tend to be spelled. 18. Let's say 18 minus 15 is 3. 3 can't be divided by 4, so it has to be times 4, so it's 12. L. 20 minus 18 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. Divided by 5 is 2. B. 15 times 5 is 60. That doesn't divide by 7. Okay, so 15 minus 5 is 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 1 times 19 is 19. That's probably what they're going for with that one. S. 20 minus 16 is 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, we're getting into a groove, I think. Except for the part where I don't know if those spell anything. Uh-oh. Blank. Tisblank. Oh wait, no. Word here. Yeah, blank. It's 1. Let's... There we go. Blank. That's a word. That's a good sign. Oh, that's actually a really good sign. That means we're actually doing a thing here, isn't it? Or it's a coincidence, and I accidentally spelled something with RNG. Oh, please be real. Okay. 23 plus 9 is 32. That's not going to divide by 12. 23 minus 9 is 16, right? $14? Am I insane? Okay, fucking 23 minus 9. It's 14. Those two 12s are not going to get along with that very well. What do I do with the two 12s? Oh, it's minus 9, so it's probably... The two 12s probably mean divide by 12 and multiply by 12 to undo each other. So they do like that symmetry in the previous ones. 14 is n. Okay. I do feel like I'm on the right track because this does all feed into the logic of the dart puzzles, just in a really annoying way where I have to do it backwards instead of just solving the equation they gave me. 3 divided by... Can't divide by 18. 3 times 18 would suck. 3 minus 18 would be negative 15. Times 4 would be positive 60. That's too much. Alright, so maybe equals 3 times 18. 54 equals 54 divided by 4. That's not a thing. Three... No, can't do 3 plus 4. Three minus 1 is 12. 12 times 18 is 36. 36 divided by 4 is 9. I... 20, let's say minus 15 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. My poor eyes. It's sleepy time after this. Tints. That's the same color I picked last time. Tints blank zooks. I think this is books. Can I figure out how to get a B from this one? That sure seems like a thing. Come on, unfuck my brain. 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 divided by 4 is 0.5. 0.5 times 4 is 2. I guess that is 2 for books. Does that... We never had to do decimals before? Weird. But it works. 23 minus 5 is 18. And then there's two 12s, so it's just gonna be 18 again. And whenever they give me two numbers at the end, they want me to divide and multiply by the same number to have no change happen. R. 8, oh, so 10 plus 15, no, I can't do plus. Keep forgetting I can't add it. 10 minus 15 is 5. 10 times 15 is 150, divided by 25 is 6. Times, divide, minus, so it's 5, minus 1. is E. 8 minus 5 is 3. Something with 20? How am I going to use 20? Okay, so 8 times 5 is 40. 40 minus 1 is 39. That's not a good idea. Divided by 1 is still 40. Divided by 2 is... Divided by 20 is 2. Burr. 16 minus 5 is 11. Times 1 is 11. Divided by 11 is 1. A. 16 times 5 is 11. Ooh. Did I do times twice? 16 minus 5 is 11. Right, it's minus times divide. 16 minus 5, god damn it. 16 minus 5 is 11. Times 1 is 11. Divided by 11 is 1. Or it's 16... I mean, times or divided by 11 would be... 16 times... I feel like ah, my god. I'm just not in it right now. I'm in the middle of playing Blueprints. I'm not ready to number crunch. I keep losing my fucking place here. 16 minus 5 is 11. Times 1 is 11. Divided by 11. Yeah, I think that's all that makes sense. Okay. 3 times 12 is 36. Minus 1 is 35. That's not gonna help. Divided by 1 is still 36. Minus... So times divide... so 36 minus 13 is 23. Which is one of the valid numbers. W. Wabbert. Wabber? Is it water? Let's see. What did I do wrong here? 8 minus 5 is 3. It can't be 3 times 20. I did 8 times 5, which is 40. Right? Yes. 40 divided by 1 is 40. Minus 20 is 20. And 20 is T. Okay, good. Water. That makes way more sense. Here's a blue color for you. Okay. Water tints blank books. Blank books. Where were blank books? The library has books. Were there blank ones in there? And did I, like, don't remember that? Because it didn't... Because they were blank, therefore it didn't have anything for me to do. Blank books. I have a blank book. It's the one I'm writing all these notes in. It's not gonna help. 8 times 5 is 40. But then I have to plus or minus 1. That's not gonna help because I was like 40 divided by 4 would be 10, but no. 8 minus 5 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. L. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 times 20 is 60. 60 divided by 5 is 12. 13 minus... Ignore the 1. Probably. Or maybe not. 13 plus 1 would be 14, which does not interact with 9. (13 minus 1 is 12. And if we divide by 12 later, then it undoes itself, so it'd be just 9. It'd be 1 times 9. Yeah, so it'd just be 9. That should work out. 19 minus 14 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. You can't do plus. Oh, yeah. (19 minus 14 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. T. Back to the original one. This is the one I couldn't figure out at the beginning, right? 16 minus 9 is 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 1 times 19 is 19. It's one of those ones where it goes to 1. S. Still water tints blank books. That's definitely a clue because it's fucking English. That definitely came together. Oh, fuck. Still water. Still water tints blank books. Okay. Whew, I'm getting tired. Let's get to the game. I can at least be happy I found that much for now. What are we doing here? Oh, right. We got 5 things to get. Alright, let me close my excessive tabs that are open. Save my Cipher for later. Close that. I have so many windows open right now. Ugh. Okay. Let's get back to the run. Thank you, Vault. Thank you for turning out to be a thing. I do not know what that clue means right now, but I am getting sleepy. So let's finish this run. Because all the steps that I just went through were very time consuming. I still don't have any dice. That was my goal a minute ago. I was hoping to get dice. Because I can't currently re-roll when I'm trying to place blue rooms for blue clues. And boy do I want more blue clues, because one of the blues clues we got recently just let me down that whole thread. And I would like to keep that momentum going. Especially since it's going to get harder and harder to get blue clues once I actually start having placed most of them. Do I have the thingy? Not yet, but I might as well place the planetarium. Do I still have the 8 key? Oh, that's exciting. That means I can place the 8 key, the 8 room on the 8th rank, which I should definitely do this run because I don't know when I'm going to have the 8th key again. So at the moment one of them turns out to be locked, I'll use the 8 key. I'm always a little intrigued by that. Oh, dice, good. I'm always a little surprised by how the game will let you keep the key you used. I keep thinking it's going to be consumed in the process, but I guess it's because I play Zelda games. Wine cellar's not been used yet, so let's not do that one yet. Reading nook? Nook has not been used. So I'll leave that as an option. Let's do the Great Hall. But maybe not go in it yet, on the off chance that I can go around it. Because it technically gives me access to stuff, but let's try not to go that way. Because it could use an inefficient number of keys. Fuck. I'm gonna cave and use the rotunda here. I tried to save it earlier because the rotunda might have a cool secret, but it will give me good access to the remaining chunk of map right here. Nah, that was kind of dumb. I could have run around to both these spots independently. I didn't need to use the rotunda. It's fine. Either way, I can only use 5 blue rooms, and I'm lucky if I get to use 5 of them. So that's fine. Greetings, treasure room. What do I even do with all this money? What do I do with all this money? Do I have a purse right now? Oh my god, I do. Alright, so that's 430. What do I do with this money? Did I already have a casino? Not yet. So if I get a casino, I can use the casino. That's fun. Mail room. Should I be... Oh yeah, I remember looking for the mail room letter. Actually, let's place the foyer. Because this means that... Is there loot in here? If I place the foyer, then now the, this hallway back here has to be unlocked. Open all these up real quick. There we go. There's no strings on me! Haha! I already opened that door, I think. Because I did the garden? Yeah. I remember that bit. There we go. Thank you, foyer. I don't really need food right now. Ooh, the bedroom closet. Or the courtyard. The courtyard could give me... There's still items the courtyard could give me. Didn't, though. Sure as hell didn't. Alright, well, the courtyard's out of the draw pool now. Do I have 2 courtyards? It seems... I like the courtyards. It might be like one of my favorite rooms because of its... This... Having frequently 2 dig spots, 2 flowers, 2 bonus gems, and a chest. Which is probably just an effect of me doing all the... Be more likely to get items effects, but damn. It's good. Yeah, we've done the billiards room. So I can go ahead and place that one. Yeah, right now the priority is to kind of try to place blue rooms I've already got the clues for, so I can then not have to worry about drawing them. Oh, what the fuck? What does that mean? It looks like 1/3 of the wedge. Is it 4? 1/3 of 12? Why would it be that? Why wouldn't it just be a divide? Okay, 1/3 of 15 plus 1/3 of 15? Is that what we're doing? So 10 and 20, 1/3 of 20 times 3 is 20. I don't understand. Why would that be a mechanic? We already have the ability to divide by 3. Why would you create nonsense for me? That I don't like that. I'm not pleased about that idea. Alright, let's rotate the rotunda, I guess. What are your secrets, rotunda? I'm not placing you on the 8th rank this time, but someday. Back to the trove. I went to the wrong door and I wasted a step. Ooh, the den? No, I have placed the den. Do I need keys? Not particularly. I can place the den. Okay, I've already put the den on rank 8. And then forgot that I did that. But thankfully, I'm keeping track. So at least there's that. Alright, so that's the entire floor. Everything's pretty filled in. I've removed as many rooms as I can in my pursuit of drawing the good stuff. So now we just have to hope. And I got 3 dice, which is not a lot. I'm hoping that one of these doors is locked, which is not a big ask. Because then I can use the 8 room. There it is. Greetings, because the 8 room is, yep, it's blue. So you must have a note then. What secrets does yonder 8 room hide? There you are. The elephant belongs in this bin. God damn it. Alright, it's just a clue about how to solve this room. Yep, sometimes they're just like that. Alright, open up my app for saving it. 8 room... Oops, caps lock is still on from earlier. 8 room note. Blue notes. Save. Doop. And I need to write down 8 room and then cross it out. 8 room. There we go. Oh, roommate was already written down, but it was written under room. Right, because I wrote down the original 46 rooms and it's actually one of the ones listed with them. And I am a fool. Womp womp. Okay, that's a detail that doesn't matter to any of you, but now I have 8 room written down twice. So let's go this way. Bedroom closet? That's just a normal closet. We don't have the closet yet. I don't love being blocked off here, but if either of these rooms let me go north, then I can go through the antechamber because I already unlocked both of them, and then go around here. That's a bit of a gamble, but I do want to draw all of them once, so this... Hey, lucky rabbit's foot. Surely this one can't be hard to find. There's like nowhere to hide it. Right? It is blue, right? Yeah, it's blue. There it is. The closet was one of the original 46 rooms of Mount Holly. Okay. Sure. Closet note. Cross out closet. The closet was one of the original 46 rooms of Mount Holly. So there's this whole room directory here with all these guys. Why is room 1 blank? Is room 1 the foundation? Is it blank because I removed it from the deck? But these are numbered rooms 1 through 46. I guess room 8 must be room... Yeah, room 8 is the 8th room. That makes sense. I don't know what significance it is that it's one of the original 46. Or what they mean by that. Does it mean something other than what the directory means when it says that? Alright. Hopefully this is a blue room that doesn't end my layout. The workshop! Yeah, that's one of the ones, that's what I was hoping for, actually. That helps me reach the antechamber, probably. And also, if I'm lucky, we get a room over here, too. But the workshop is like a weird, important, pain-in-the-ass room for this whole run, so it just felt like, what? You didn't give me an item. I feel ripped off. Little bit of money. Certain rooms, like mechanical rooms, are more likely to contain security doors. Okay. Workshop note saved. Workshop crossed out. Being able to do 5 of these a run does give you a decent chunk of progress each time while still making it a daunting long-term task. Coin purse, lucky rabbit's foot. Yay. Don't know what I'm going to do with this at this point, but I already got the trove and the vault, right? So I can't even get the good haul. Also, I already have 450 without that effect, so it's just a comical thing to get at this point. Shovel, battery pack, broken lever for the jackhammer. Yeah. I don't know, man. We're here, might as well. Okay, so mechanical rooms are more likely to have security doors. That's interesting. Don't know how actionable it is, but it's knowledge. Please don't fuck me. Yay! I love you, Electric Eel Aquarium. Whoa. There's 2 gems. Okay. Yep. So in there I'll get the basement key, but this way... It's 2 of the places I'm drawing here I get to spam, so that's good. I have to get lucky enough to get a hallway-shaped room here to get around here, and then do it here, and then I get to draw a blue room here. This room and this room, so 2 of the main places I need to draw, do let me draw a room over and over again. So a left turn. Probably shouldn't look it in the mouth here and just accept that it gave me the office, which I have used already, so it's fine. Ooh, the classroom gives me more rerolls. Yeah. Drawing the classroom here is good. So now I get a few different chances to get a good room for this blue room. And none of those are blue rooms, so fuck you. Classroom redraw, rumpus room, I think I did that last time. Coat check. We have not done the coat check. Okay. Yeah. There it is. I spotted it immediately. That's the fastest I've ever seen the note, I think. Coat check is drawn slightly more often the day after checking a new item. Ah. Okay. Now they're just expressing almost apologetically. It's a coat check note. They're like almost apologetically explaining that, like, I know this mechanic was probably a pain in the ass to you 60 hours ago, but just so you know, we did actually incorporate a quality of life mechanic, and so we were helping you out a little bit. I know, I'm sorry. Okay, it all comes down to whether or not I can draw a hallway here. Have I opened you? I specifically have not opened the actual good door, which might have also helped with my RNG here, unfortunately. Okay, do I have the breaker? Utility closet's over there. I have 60. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. This is a good draw. It's a good draw because all I have to do now is run all the way back to the utility room, and I have plenty of steps. We'll run back there, turn the power back on, and the dark room is just actually a free, decent room. Oh, it's so lucky I drew the gallery. That's worked. Ooh, a chance to look at the back of this fucked up room. Nothing this time. I bet you they hide the note like that. I bet you the rotunda has an annoyingly hard note to get because the rotunda has that rotating mechanic. And so you have to, like, maybe rotate in a specific direction and then go behind the door to get the actual thing. The foundation might do that too. I might place the foundation up here and then find out that they hid the note on the back of the door. Just to be cute. We are going this way. Nope. Read it wrong. I'm so good at this. I'm glad I got the 8th room up here because that is a rare one. We got 2 uses. We got 2 new pieces of value out of the 8 key this run alone. So it's probably a dead item forever now. I don't expect it to do much more. It is, though, the 8 key in the game where 8 is the thing constantly, so who knows. Okay, so we're going for a right turn. Ooh, that's immediately good. A right turn with dice. That's as good as it's gonna get. In both cases here, I had the chance to redraw over and over again, but the first thing I had immediately gave me not only a turn that's shaped like the space I'm trying to go through, but it was also a room that let me have better RNG on the next room. Incredible, honestly. I'm realizing that getting these kind of corner rooms is not that much of a coincidence, because I was just talking about how the game seems to, you can see it really cleanly. There's no busted doors pointing at the outer wall in the entire layout. So the game refuses to spawn certain rooms if it's going to cause a problem with the layout. That means when you're in a corner, if you're facing a corner and you draw, you're exclusively going to draw corner rooms and dead ends. It can't spawn a T-shape, it can't spawn an intersection, and it can't spawn... Well, that's the only other options, yeah, that's those 2. But it'll spawn a left or right turn, whichever one you need, or dead ends. That'll be all the options, because that's all it can do in that space. All right, let's hope for some good RNG. Immediately a bad start. I don't want any of these. Blue room, conference room, and clock tower. I've done the conference room. I've not done the clock tower. I hope it's something more interesting than just saying that the sacred hour is 1:30. Because I learned that from this room already. What with how the clock being stuck on that. I just ran straight up here before I know the note might be downstairs, actually. Oh, nope, it's just next to the one other note. What? In eclipses? It says, in eclipses only appear in the north sky. Clock tower notes. Cross out clock. So we're doing pretty good. There's a lot crossed out on my pages right now. The ones that are not crossed out right now are antechamber, which should be impossible actually. Attic, chamber of mirrors, drafting room, drawing room, entrance hall, that should be impossible. Foundation, that'll be impactful. It'll be stuck there if I place it up here. Freezer, gallery, garage, library, locker room, nook, pantry, parlor, pump room, room 46. That should also be impossible. Rotunda, sauna, security, spare room, wine cellar. And then I wrote the additions afterwards. They're out of the alphabetical order, but then there's the dovecote and the mechanarium. So a decent chunk of rooms, but I think more are crossed out than not, especially since I should really... I'll do it right now, actually. We don't have a way of relocating rooms, except for outside. So let's cross out antechamber, that should be impossible. Room 46, that should be impossible. And entrance hall. That's 3 of rooms of the original 46 that should not be possible to put in rank 8, because they're in static locations. The only weird edge case that felt stuck is that we figured out how to move the foundation, so once it gets back in my deck after a week, I'll be able to place it up here. That leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 remaining rooms to put in rank 8 for special little clues, some of which will be crazy reveals, some of which will just tell me that the in eclipses can only appear in the north sky. Alright, sky. What's an in... Yeah, are eclipses real? In eclipses. Okay, in eclipses are something I should not look any further into because they might be blueprints only. This word, every search result looks like it's blueprints related, including a song called In Eclipse that looks like it's from the soundtrack of this game or something. Okay, so never mind. That's not fun real life trivia, that just seems to be something about this game. What's an in eclipse? In eclipses only appear in the north sky. Okay, so that's gonna have context at some point, I guess. And we have one missing room. Waka waka. That's just kind of sad, but it happens. Sledgehammer, metal detector, gear wrench, bit. I feel like I'm listing Pokemon right now. Compass, basement key. Okay, so was this the same run where I got to check out the blue door and be like, that's weird, and then not know how to open it? Because if so, decent run. We got the vault thingy open, and I just did a cipher. It took so long that I genuinely don't remember how long this episode is, or how many episodes I've recorded today. That's where I'm at the moment. That zapped my entire brain and has ended my day. This is gonna be it for today for me. But hey, we got some more doors down. This is the shape the game takes at this point, I guess. It's wild that these doors are just open now because a patch just decided that that's how the game works now. I guess I'll go to the break room so that tomorrow I get to have a thingy again. do I put the jackhammer in the code check? First of all, let's check room directory. Did I make the code check common? I wish that it was easier to find the rarities of things by just looking at them directly instead of having to like look them up separately. Standard. So not common, but reasonably kind of common. So it's like it's almost worth putting the jackhammer in there because then I can retrieve the jackhammer from it. Pff, no, I can't. I don't want to do that. The problem is that I might discover... You never know what's going to come next puzzle-wise. So it's like, what if I need the super sledge again? Well, it's like, well, in order to get the super sledge, I need to do a whole run where I retrieve the jackhammer, then do another run afterwards where I build the super sledge, because I need to let the jackhammer despawn because it contains the two pieces you make the super sledge out of that aren't the hammer itself. Ugh. Okay. Break room, there it is. Or the planetarium, that's it. Okay, definitely the break room because I like having my key at all times. I don't think there's anything else special to do this run. Yeah, my special room was the shelter, which doesn't really have any further implications after it is spent. Open up. You're being rude. Go around through here. Nope. And we're here. Alright, so I'll have a key card tomorrow. And hopefully I'll remember tomorrow that I have a key card and not fail to benefit from it. We have 92 allowance. It's not even a change. It's just, I just marvel at it every now and then. It's so comical. And I think that's a reasonable... I'm so paranoid every day that I end my day that I might be forgetting something. And I'm sure I have. Previously. Or now. But I've done enough today that I think I can be happy with what's happened. Ooh, 5 green runes, 4 puzzle runes, garden jigsaw house of unfathomable riches, vault, treasure trove, and trophy room. That keeps happening. Funny how that happens. I guess if you have 3 riches rooms, it counts. Because I think it also counted that for the throne room once, which I don't have this time. Alrighty. See you guys next time. It's sleepy time.